Chicks. Double shot, no chaser.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the Two Real Chicks podcast. I am one of your hosts, Aisha.
And I am the realist host, Lyah.
Today, y'all, we have another questionnaire situation going on. I found all these questions on Vogue. I did not link it because I don't even think y'all be clicking on links. So if y'all want them, we can put them down there. But I don't think y'all want them for real. But today I do have an icebreaker. I put it on Facebook. I seen that you commented, Lyah, but I did not read your comments. So the question
Well, I was going to put this on our Two Real Chicks thing too, but I didn't.
The question is, if a church deposits in your Cash App account $10,000, what you doing?
I'll tithe and offer. I'm going to give them, even though tithing is not it's not in the Bible. They've come out and said that that's not even in the Bible. It's not a requirement. I'm still going to give them 10%. And I'm going to keep the rest.
I ain't giving shit. Okay. That was a blessing. Okay. And the Lord
it was,
says,
but you know what?
Give to thy neighbor.
But you know what? Just because it was a blessing, I'm a bless y'all with a little bit of y'all money. But y'all not getting it all back. You can get a little bit.
Hell no.
But you ain't. But like honestly, that $10,000 would do a lot for me right now.
Yeah, I could do a smooth 10. A smooth 10. Try to pay my rent off the rest of the year and sit pretty. Okay. I would love it. It would be lovely for me. But today, y'all, like I said, we do have some questions. I'm excited about this. So it's basically a best friend tag question situation. I don't think Lyah and I have reached best friend status in our friendship. I feel like we have to go through a little bit more to get there. But I would say we're pretty close, don't you say?
I'd say we're pretty far away.
This motherfucker. Y'all, this is why we're not friends. Soon as I start recording, bro, every time. Can you hear that really loud?
What am I supposed to be hearing?
These people outside mowing their lawn.
Okay, I thought it sounded like a little faint air conditioner or something.
Jesus.
I hear
Hopefully
it too.
It ain't too bad. Hopefully it ain't too bad. But I didn't want to close my window because it gets stuffy in here real quick, especially when I'm talking. But I guess let's just.
That's your breath. But anyway.
Girl, that's why I got a big ass mouth. That's the problem. Okay. So the first one is, who do you wish that you could reconnect with? I'll let you go first.
Who do I wish I could reconnect with?
It's kind of loaded because it's like if that person's not in my life, it's a reason.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to reconnect. I mean, but even still, I'm not going to reconnect with somebody that's out of my life for a specific reason. Especially if it was because they weren't treating me properly or we just didn't align with our growth set just didn't align. I don't really know if there's anybody I would reconnect with, honestly.
You gotta answer the question. Don't walk around. You gotta answer the question.
No, I don't think that there is anybody. Honestly, I feel like we connected for a time and then okay, there might be one. There was a lady that I had met at when I was doing independent living training or whatever the hell you want to call it. And I had her number, but then I ended up deleting it out of my phone. And I kind of wish I could reconnect with her to kind of talk to her and see how she's doing. Because I heard she got married. So I'm like, oh.
Aw, we love love.
How's that going?
Right. Out of anybody I could think of, there's two people I'm just like, girl, there's reasons on why that would never work back. But I would say my dad, before he passed away, I wish him and I was able to connect, even though my dad's situation was a little weird. I grew up with two daddies, okay? But the one that I had the last name to, he passed away. Huh?
I said the whole other story for another day.
Right. He passed away, and I feel like I wish our relationship was better because growing up, I said a lot of mean things to him, but even on his last days, he still told people high things about me, which was nice. And I think the older I got, I definitely was like, a little bit easier on him because like I'm grown now. Like I'm not saying childish stuff anymore. So definitely him. Him, if anybody, him. But he's dead now.
I
So
think with that, like, too, you get older and you do start to realize you see your parents as humans and not
mm-hmm.
necessarily as parents. So you have to kind of take that hat off of them for a second. And it doesn't excuse a lot of the things that they've done. You know what I'm saying? Because at the same time, it's like, come on. But
Mm-hmm.
you do kind of have to look at them as from like a human being perspective and be like, you did what you could
Yeah.
with what you had. You didn't know much, so you did what you knew.
Yeah.
Doesn't make it right. It just I get it and I
I
understand it,
get
but
it
I'm still
now.
traumatized.
Yeah.
So,
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
but you did
So
not.
next, how much how much does your personality change when around other people? For me,
Mm.
I say this. If I'm meeting you for the first time, I'm very reserved. I'm very closed off. You do not see my personality. I think people that has met me like in real life over time, they've all pretty much said the same thing. Like Aisha's very outgoing and very bubbly, but when you first meet her, she ain't saying nothing. Personality is obsolete. You don't see it. So I have to be comfortable around the people that I'm around to like fully be myself. But it depends on the crowd of people. For me at least. Like it really depends.
I would say the same thing when I'm meeting you. I don't know if it's just a cancer thing in me or whatever, but when I first meet people, like I'm observant.
Mm-hmm.
I sit back and I watch because a lot of people don't deserve to have that type of access to you, especially if you're the type of
Yeah.
person where you attract a lot of people to you anyway, or a lot of people are drawn to you anyway, and not all those people are good people.
Yeah.
Um, so I am usually pretty shy. I'm pretty quiet to start, and then when I find my tribe or my people that I click with or that I've found myself just naturally gravitating towards,
Mm-hmm.
then you start to see a little bit more of me. And what I find funny is that like I I tend to be like I gravitate towards people who are water signs, which I guess is not too funny because we're kind of one and the same, so we'll understand each other a lot better than like signs of any other element in the zodiac. I guess if y'all are really big into
Yeah.
zodiacs, I'm not, but I've noticed that I um a lot of my friends are water signs. I vibe well with water signs.
Yeah, I
And I
don't know
guess
what
it's
that
because I'm
means.
easy. I'm like for instance, I have two good friends that are one's a Pisces and one's a Scorpio. And we get along well. Like it just comes easily. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Um, but then again, it could be that their personalities are just like I'm just easy to get along with. I get along with everybody until there's a reason for me not to get along with you.
Girl, yes.
But when it comes but if you look at it from a zodiac standpoint, I always vibe with people who are water signs like me, which is crazy, but it's just so
Yeah.
strange. But I think everybody's personality will change depending on who it is, because like there are certain parts of your personality that you don't want to put on display, especially if it's not the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But for me personally, when you get to see me, when you get to know me for real, and I feel like you're somebody that I would like to know, what you see is what you get. I'm the same person in real life.
Yeah, that's why I tell people,
So,
especially like on social media, they're like, "Oh my god, I think we'll be really great friends," and it's like, "Yeah, we would probably be great friends, but I only know you from this comment. You know a lot of my different sides, you know." But I
right.
would, I would agree. It really depends on the place that you're at. Okay, so what was the last turning point in your life? This is deep.
Last turning point in my life. You will pick deep questions.
I know, right?
You just want to be in my business, and I don't
I love
appreciate
the
that.
your shit.
Um, I think I would have to say maybe being in the last relationship that I was in. That was a big turning point. I keep bringing that up, but not to. I don't know. It was significant because I finally reached a point. What happened?
I said it was a large imprint on you.
Um, I well, I mean, okay. It was a pandemic for number one. Okay. So pandemic allows you to sit down and really just think about a lot of stuff. All I can do is think, right? All I can do is think. There's nothing more that I can do.
Mm-hmm.
And you just a lot of things just start to come to realization. Like you start to realize, wow, you start to realize a lot of things. Like you realize that a lot of your cycles that you're in are toxic and that you don't want to be in those anymore. You realize that you're just getting tired of the same old. So I'd say that that was a turning point as well. And also the turning point is another one that I think I've had was when I decided that I wanted to get back out there and start dating again after giving myself at least a year to just kind of breathe, not to get into no full fledged. I'm not dating to be in a relationship or to marry or anything like that. I'm dating, because I'm just having
It's
a little
fun.
fun. Honestly,
Yeah.
just having a little fun. So when I got out there and I decided I wanted to do that, it was just like, okay, I'm getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere here. So
Mm-hmm.
I think I would say that.
Yeah. I think this last year for me was a turning point in my life. We've talked about it a lot over here, especially on the podcast. And then if you watch my vlogs, then you kind of could see the transition that I was walking into. So not to go too deep into that for me, but I would definitely say within the last year and a half for me, like a lot of things have changed. I've, cut off a lot of people. I've set boundaries. Like I feel like I'm in my boss girl era, my I'm not taking your shit era. Like I've officially walked into that. Like I'm in that right now, and I love it here. I love it here.
It's
But
wonderful there, isn't it?
yeah, it's a good time, y'all. It's a good time. So I'll start off with this one. What does your dream proposal looks like? I've
I
talked
thought
about
about
this
this
a
when I
little
read it.
bit. Yeah, I've talked about this a little bit with Anthony because, like, obviously, marriage is something that we're both seeking. We've been together 4 years this October. So, like, a girl wants to be his wife at this point. Like, I want to be his officially on paper. I think my dream proposal would be obviously outside. I don't want to be inside. I want to be able, if my emotions go too crazy, I want the wind to hit my skin. Like I want to be outside. I think the nice outside view will look good in pictures, You gotta think about the content too. So I'm thinking outside. I see, my immediate family there, my nieces, my nephew, my mom, my grandma, even like my brothers, like I see all my loved ones there. Hell, even Shalia, because like I keep telling people, she probably gonna know before me. Okay,
I'm not coming.
she's coming. I've already told her this. I don't know why she
I'm
keeps
not.
trying to do
I'm not. Y'all. I don't know why she keep trying to include me and shit like we friends. I'm not coming to that shit. I'm
that.
not
See,
coming.
this is why people probably think we really don't like each other. But
I should probably stop playing so much, but I won't.
but I would say a nice outside proposal. I don't care what if it's cold or not. I just want it to be with my loved ones so they can witness a very happy moment. I don't want no intimate proposal. Don't propose to me in no damn dark restaurant. Just don't do it because I can't see you in a dark restaurant. Honey. Like no, you gotta think about the vision too. So that's what I see. I see him get down on his knee with like his favorite jeans on, the stretchy ones. It's gonna make him be able to bend down.
I would hope
Just
you
a
wear some stretchy
chill.
jeans. You can't wear nothing tight. You got to move now.
Gotta move it. You gotta move. Like I just see it happening very romantically because Anthony is very romantic, and people being able to see the effort that he's putting in to make me happy for that day. I just think that a nice relaxing day, and then ending the day with me getting proposed. So like, I think that would be cute. I think that would be real cute. Well, what you think, Leah?
I hadn't really thought too much about this, but I will say I don't want a grand proposal.
Mm-hmm. I don't want to be
My
out in the middle of a
proposal,
concert or something either.
like I don't like personally. I'm not a one that likes attention. I'm really one that like I'm real low. Like I'll when I want the attention, I'll ask for it. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's meant to be about me, then yeah. But like I'm not really one who likes a lot of attention. For real,
So you,
I'm
so
really
you wouldn't be a restaurant girl, a restaurant proposal type
no,
girl with all the
I'm
people.
really more. I think I would really be more of like an intimate proposal where it was just he and I, and we could enjoy the moment together and not have all the fanfare of family and friends. Like it may sound crazy, but it's just like I want that to be a moment for the two of us so that we can enjoy it by ourselves and we can have that moment to really just sit and like be in that moment. Cause like, you go, oh my God, you're engaged. I mean, it's like, okay, y'all can be happy, but I want y'all to be happy after after, the initial shock has wore off. You know what I'm saying? You're still going to be in shock, but the initial, you know what I'm saying? That little first layer. But I would like for it to be something where there was a lot of effort and it was well thought out.
Yeah, don't
Um,
rush it. I don't want no damn
I
rush
would
proposal.
I would rather it be like maybe we went on a vacation of sorts and he had a nice little, thing set up maybe for a weekend or a week or whatever. And he asked me in that type of way where, like I said, it's just the two of us. It's very intimate. It's very like private type of situation. Um,
We are so different. I'm like, all eyes on me. Look at me, bitch. Like,
like, I mean,
that is me.
I would want that eventually, but like,
But
I just want me being me. I don't know. It's just like all because I feel like when you do that, it puts a lot of pressure on you to say yes.
I don't think so. Cause
And I feel
I feel
like
like
when you do that, it sometimes can put a lot of pressure on you to say yes, even if you wanted to. But it's just kind of like I don't know. Me being me, I just like for it to be can we just have this moment for us, for ourselves? Um, and then again, I don't want him to tell I don't want to tell him what that would look like. I would want it to be something that he plans. I don't want to know about it. I want it to be a surprise.
Mhm.
But I would rather it be something that's well thought out, something that's just like me and him in the moment, and then I call everybody like, oh my God, I got engaged.
Yeah, I understand that. But I still feel like though, I don't think it's necessarily gonna take away from that moment. If you gonna say no, he knows you gonna say no before y'all say it, especially with communication. Y'all know y'all gotta talk about that before we even get to that
Yeah.
step. But for me, I've always been the type of person to like, I like all eyes on me, like I don't mind it. I think I kind of, I don't know, like that's just how I grew up. I was the only girl, so like when something like that happens, I feel like I would need my brothers there. They need to be able to see their sister getting handed off to a man, but they love Anthony, so like that'll be an easy yes for me, honestly. That's my boo. I love y'all.
I ain't got nobody where I'm just like right now, it'll be if he proposed to me today. Oh, absolutely. Like I
Hmm.
have not found that. I haven't really found anybody that I think would be like where I would be like, oh my God, I would date him right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like it's not, it hasn't happened yet. And then
yeah.
again, that's not really what I'm looking for. But when you ain't looking for nothing, that's usually when shit starts to fall in your lap.
That's how me and Mr. Anthony got together.
So
One looking.
yeah, I ain't knocking nothing off the table, but I just know that, for a proposal,
Mhm.
I just need to be a little, just some private.
Yeah.
But if it did end up being a big thing, it's like, okay, whatever. But, you know,
Yeah. Understandable. Okay. Next, what keeps you going on hard days?
nothing.
Totally.
My bed, my
I
motherfucking bed. I
say
go to sleep on hard days.
for me, honestly, I shut down. So like it don't last normally the whole day. Like when I'm having a rough day, like I'll voice to who needs to know that like today just ain't my day. But like honestly, going to go watch like some hair videos, doing my hair, doing my makeup, like getting pretty. That keeps me going, like knowing that I'm about to be a bad beat right after this. Or honestly, some good food. That's really what it is. Some good food. Some good food. Hmm. For sure.
Um, what keeps me going on hard days? Honestly, I feel like sometimes I be needing a good hug or a good cuddle.
Yes, it
I feel
always
like
makes
one of the
everything
things,
better.
I feel like one of the things that would help when I'm having one of those days where I'm just like, I don't feel like doing anything. It's just like, I don't, nothing is going in my favor. Nothing is working out. Da, 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 da. Especially when you're in school and when you're having those hard moments where it's just like, fuck, like I really wanted that to be better. You know what I'm saying? I think a good, nice cuddle, a good, nice, like a good, nice piece of a good, what the fuck? Some affection shit would be nice. I think that helps. I also think that be reminded to take it easy and to be that it is okay to like mess up helps as well.
Yeah, because some days it's not good.
And
So
and also reminding yourself of the goal that you have set, I think is a good way for me. Because when you reminded like, okay, this is one hard day of many hard days. But remember what we got to do. Remember what we're doing here. Remember the end result that we're looking for. If you stop now, you won't get that. And like thinking about that now, it's like I need to get back into school and I need to get that situated.
yeah,
So that I can, because the end goal is to at least try to be in a better predicament where I can get a decent paying job, or where I said I wanted to go to college and I wanted to get a degree and I wanted to have a degree in this particular thing. So it's like that's your end goal here, or your end goal is to at least be able to work and have enough money to where you don't have to worry about whether or not you can afford something. If you wanted to go in the grocery store and buy what you needed and splurge, you can do that and not have to, think too much about, oh my God, I ain't got enough to be able to really get a couple things that I really want to get, or what, you know what I'm saying? Simple stuff
yeah,
like that. So if you, if that's something that kind of, that does help to keep me going, but I do easily get discouraged. And sometimes it can be really, really hard for me to get myself out of that mindset of like, I really don't want to fucking do this. Like, I can
yeah,
get really, really discouraged. So I think another thing that helps me too is getting out of my normal environment, getting out of the house and going to get some fresh air and just taking a break.
Sometimes you gotta walk away
So
from some shit.
yeah, like I think just give allowing your mind to reset. So that's why I'm really hoping that we can find an apartment in the city, because there are going to be days where I'm just like, man, I'm not feeling it. I don't feel like it. Tomato,
Yeah,
tomato, tomato, throwing tomatoes. Like, so I think those are some of the things that help.
yeah. I would say for me as well, the affection for sure, because like I could tell you, like I'm just, today is just terrible. I don't want to do this. Like, no. He'll like him talking to me. That definitely helps. But cuddling, it's scientifically proven that it helps. So like, I just be like, can you just cuddle me? And he's like, all right. He'll drop everything he's doing and like come console me in that moment. And like, I'll be all right in about 15 minutes. Give me like 15. I'll be all right. But yeah.
No, she's not. It takes her an hour.
So
She be lying.
I guess I could start with this one. What was the reason for your last friendship? Or is this says friendship or relationship?
It said friendship, I think.
Yeah, friendship breakup. So the very last one, like the actual last one, was dogs. My animals. I had to get rid of them, and I got called a pack of bitches on Facebook. People said, "Y'all, you should go drag that." Like it was
I
crazy.
thought y'all were
Okay,
already not friends
we
before
was
that.
already on the cusp of like not fucking with each other, not talking, none of that. And we still had each other in like communication shot. Like I could text real fast and be like, hey, da da da. And after that situation happened, I blocked her on social media. I blocked her number that I had saved on my phone. I blocked her on Messenger, cut all communication. And then recently, she hit my mom up. Oh my God, I seen Aisha on TV. I bet you did, bitch. That was me. That was me. Talking about some, let her know I'm so proud of her. No. You don't get that access no more, baby. No. Mm-mm. So that was the last time. That was the last friendship breakup that I had.
I thought you were gonna say one more recent, because I assumed that y'all had already broke up as friends, and like that she said about your dogs was just like, was like, we already ain't friends, but I'm just gonna go ahead and block you and like keep it to where you don't have to ever
It
have a
was
conversation.
we were still Facebook friends. We were still like she had access to me if she could, like if she needed something, basically. But yeah, after that dog thing, all communication stopped immediately.
I don't know if I necessarily had a friendship breakup because I'm still cool with people.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I know. Okay, well, I don't know if you count this as a breakup, but there was a girl that I had met when I was at blind training or independent living training, whatever the hell, and we really didn't talk much after the center, after I left the center, after she had left or whatever, because I don't know. She just kind of did things that I guess rubbed me the wrong way, and maybe her mindset was just not gave me kind of like a 15-year-old type vibes, and she didn't. I don't know. We just didn't. I don't know. We probably didn't mesh too well. So I don't talk to her much anymore. But we are still Facebook friends. I'm cool. It's just we don't really communicate
Yeah,
outside of outside of the center. We don't talk anymore.
understandable. Okay, what's the biggest lesson your last relationship taught you? Dun
That
dun.
I need to learn how to push the issue even when hold on. Confrontation is okay, first of all, and that I need to push the issue if something is bothering me, speak on it anyways, and not
Mm-hmm.
worry about how it's going to affect other people and not to spare other people's feelings. Because I did that a lot.
Yeah.
Um, like I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I don't want to, and people used to say why they're not sparing your feelings. They saying whatever the fuck they want to say out of their mouth about
Mm-hmm.
how they feel, and it's like I would shut down. Um, sometimes. But I feel
Mm-hmm.
like when I shut down, it's because I don't have the space or the opportunity to be able to say how I feel. That's one of the reasons why I didn't.
Yeah.
I wasn't. I felt like I didn't have the space to be able to say like, I feel this way. You make me feel this way without being gaslit to feel like, um, I did that. It's your fault that you feel that way. I had nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Like people not really
Mm-hmm.
wanting to take accountability for stuff. And so it's one of them things where it's like you have to make the space or you're going to have to still say how you feel when you are in friendships or relationships or what have you, even
Mm-hmm.
if it means the other person's feelings get hurt. Sometimes your feelings going to get hurt because sometimes I'm going to say some stuff that you're not going to like. And that's just what it is. It's never my intention to hurt your feelings. But at a certain point, I'm going to say this. And if it hurts your feelings, oh well. But that's just how I feel about the situation. So I think I'd say that like to sometimes you have confrontation is necessary and you have to you need to get things off your chest regardless
Yeah.
of how somebody feels.
Yeah. I'm gonna add on to that too because my first relationship, like in high school, well, he wasn't my first, but the longest relationship that I had in high school, um, I felt like I was getting gaslit a lot because he would tell people, "Oh my gosh, she's acting like I tried to kill her with my words or something." But it's like if I go in how I know I want to go in, you gonna sit here and bitch at them talking about some, "Oh my gosh, she's trying to come at me like I'm not a man or something." First of all, you not, you was a boy. But I would agree. Like sometimes you gotta get that shit off your chest. And it's like, who gives a fuck how you feel, my nigga? But to answer the question, my last relationship, I think, taught me my worth because I felt like he just didn't care about what he was putting me through, what he was saying to me, how he was making
That
me
too.
feel. And I just, I when I decided to go ahead and walk away, it's like he tried to kept coming back in my life. And recently, y'all, some shit was going down. Recently, this week, I was like, I just I want to go ahead and just cut that off. Like I don't want to no longer have to keep thinking like, am I doing well in my relationship? Fighting demons from the past, 4 years later type shit. Like, yeah, I found me in my last relationship after the fact, and I love that for me. I do.
I think I would add on to that too because it's like you know what you deserve and you know you deserve better, but I think in the moment you want them to be the better that you deserve.
Yeah, I'm trying to mold
And
them to be what you wanted.
you yeah, and it's like I don't have to put up with this. So it's also knowing when to let go. And for me, sometimes that can be a little hard because you don't be wanting to try. I don't like to fail. I don't like to quit.
Yeah, same.
I don't like for things, to end, especially if I want it to work out. I'm gonna try to make it work. And it's like you making it work is you making something work that's not supposed to is hurting yourself, hurting you in the long run. And then now you looking stupid because you like it ain't even work out and now I got all this trauma and and it's like you put yourself through a lot of that by just not accepting the fact that this is more than likely run its course and that's all it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing too that I would say is like that I learned a lot from that relationship, but yeah.
Okay. So these last couple of questions is honestly about really our friendship because the Vogue quiz was real personal. Because you're supposed to ask it with your besties. So, okay. I guess I'll ask the question to you and then you can ask it to me. Is there a time that you feel like I didn't support you?
Every day. You never support me.
I'm a choker. I'm a supporter.
You gotta get to me first. Is there a time where I feel like you didn't support me? I can't think of one off top of my head for real.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of one.
Like I said, see, that's why I don't feel like we're at true bestie status just yet, because I feel like we need to have some more experiences together. Because like right now, like we ain't had too many experiences. You know what I'm saying? Like we just ain't.
I think a lot of that comes with like we haven't hung out for real. We met each other in Florida, but I really didn't get to see her like I did with all the other girls. And it was very much a hey, how you doing? Hi and bye type situation. I was at Disney and damn near died. She at Disney and damn near blistered her foot off. And then ended up having to leave early. And so it's just kind of like we don't really know each other personally. We have not really vibed together in person. Yeah. So I feel like that's one of them things where it's like the more experiences we have or the more meetups we have, maybe we might be able to answer that question.
Yeah. Give us about 6 months. Give us 6 months.
But is there a time, maybe not even then, because you could still have an experience with somebody, you'd be like, well, I don't feel supported in that moment. So it's not even about physical meetups, but still, is there a time where you feel like I didn't?
I feel like we've talked about this a little bit after like the whole, I hate to keep bringing up Disney, y'all. Like I know we're going to beat this horse till it's real done. Okay. We're going to abbreviate it. That's not how the fuck you say that.
I don't know what word she was trying to say. She be fucking words up. Bitch, what? That's not even the dictionary.
I need one of them speech to text things to just sit in the back of my throat.
No, I'm just gonna give you a dictionary and be like, this. What word? What letter? What? Like what?
But after Florida, we talked about this. I wouldn't say I didn't feel like you supported me because you definitely were still there after like the whole blow up thing over the phone when I. That
rubbed me a totally different way. I was not with that. I was not with that.
So I feel like you've been there for me. Like every time because y'all, I'll be doing a lot. I'm a lot. So to be
she's really a lot. It's really hard.
First of all,
difficult actually. I've considered ending this thing several times.
So to like stick with me and be my friend, I appreciate it. I enjoy it. Like I appreciate you, Lyah, as a friend. But like, yeah, like I feel like if I had to say people weren't supporting me and being my friend in those moments, that would be my moments. But as of you, like no, like I feel like at each corner we've been there for each other. We've helped each other out on those days where we're just like, oh fuck everybody. We've had each other. So like as of right now, no, can't answer it because we've always really supported each other.
Again, it's really hard trying to be a friend to a person who's dramatic and like very animated. It's quite difficult. When you're a chill person, you're like, bro, can you get the fuck? Like, can you not? Why are you this high energy?
That's just me. Lyah can tell
in the middle of the day.
I'll wake up in the middle of the night bitch. And she
Hi,
like,
so I'm awake right now and I'm supposed to be asleep. Like, bitch, why the fuck? It's 3
why your
a.m., bitch.
energy so
Go.
high?
So I can't go to sleep. And honestly, my cramps are really kicking my ass right now.
Whooping my
But
ass.
I was on TikTok and I had seen this video. I'm gonna send it to you. Bitch, why are you holding full? Granted, I be up, but it be the principle of like,
Nah, she be up.
why are you holding full-fledged conversations like it's just 7 in the morning and and
Anthony
and,
be
and
laying
your
there
your day
like,
has
girl.
gotten started? Like
It
what?
did. Anthony just be laying there like, girl, calm down, relax. I feel like I'm awake.
Like, what is your
I'm fully
problem?
awake.
Like this
So
bitch had
next
caffeine in
one.
her sleep or something.
Okay. I'm off the water. Y'all see it? The water. So
It's caffeine in her
9.
water.
Probably. How can I be a better friend to you? Yeah, totally. I need water now.
Why don't you answer that one? Because I already answered the other one.
What the hell? I guess I'll go first.
That's our problem. That's how you can be a better friend. Just do shit.
No. How can I be a better friend to you? How the fuck would I answer this? I don't know.
It'd be more
like
like you telling me how I could be a better friend to you.
that's all I was about to say. I feel like, honestly, Lyah procrastinates. And I know Lyah procrastinates. And I think it kind of seeps over into our friendship sometimes. Like today, we were supposed to start at 2. We started at 2:18. Like,
I was eating lunch and I literally ordered lunch before we were supposed to start. So just as we were getting ready to, my lunch came. For real. I was going to be on time.
She should have starved. She should have been starving.
That is disrespectful for you to even make that a
starve,
you know what?
Starve.
This is why. See, this what I'm talking about. Difficult to be her friend.
I make it.
Because why would you say that?
But I feel like both of us, though, we both got to do better with time and doing things like for the podcast. Like, we both get lazy about it. So I think to be like, because I would say eventually this will be like a business partnership type thing, especially once we hit 1,000. First of all, thank y'all so much for getting to us to 100 over here.
Hell, we're over 100 if I'm not mistaken. We're probably at 101 or something.
We're like at 103.
Oh well, appreciate that. We forgot to mention that at the top of the show.
We did, but it's okay. But I would say that would be my thing.
I would say, I wish Aisha would just listen to me. Sometimes homegirls' listening skills be a little off, and I'd be like, bitch, what the fuck did I say? Like, and it's not, and like, I feel like you don't have to take my advice. Like, for instance, with a travel credit card, we were talking about that one day, and I'm like, you could get one and like you don't have to use it for right now, but it could always be used for later. Like whenever you want to take a flight somewhere, you could use that, use your miles, use your points, whatever, buy your ticket, and you might end up paying like $30 or $40. You're going to pay a lot less for your ticket because you pay majority of it in your miles and your points. And I feel like sometimes when we're having conversations, and maybe this is on both ends too, because I may lose stuff in translation. But I feel like sometimes we're having conversations. Think that loud ass lawnmower. Anyways, things get lost in translation. So it's like if I'm telling you like, hey, I think this would be a good thing for you because you're getting the best of both worlds. You have a travel credit card and you're able to pay all of your monthly expenses off of it, or you're able to use that for purchases instead of your debit card, and you just pay it off whenever you get your paycheck. You have that. And then you get all these perks. Like you get, they'll pay for you can use your rewards for like hotels and flights, and you can do this, that, and the third. No, that's not. And it's just like, wait, like you don't have to use them, right?
Listen, that's
but
the
hold
thing.
on, wait. I'm like, you don't have to use them right now, but it's good to have for later on when you do want the experience of when you do want to like fly, you would be like, I don't really want to take a bus ride from Indiana to Georgia. I don't want to do that. I want to fly from Indianapolis to Atlanta, and I can be there and spend a whole entire day in Atlanta, or a whole entire 3, 4, 5, whatever many days in Atlanta, and not have to do that. And it's like, I don't know, maybe that's a bad example, but sometimes I'll be saying something. I'm like, Aisha, I told you about this already. I guess another example would be like with Bard. Bard is a free service for people who are blind and visually impaired, where they can get books, online books for free. And usually they've been pretty good about being up to date with like new releases and stuff like that, and adding stuff. We mentioned this to her like a while back, right? When we were trying to do our little book club, when we were in the Pretty Little Cane group or whatever. We were like, you don't, huh?
That was before PLK. Because it was just me, you.
Yeah, well, me, yep. When it was just the four, but it was me, her, and then like 2 other girls. So we were like, you don't have to buy the book, Aisha. You can get the book on Bard for free. No, just spend the money, bitch. And then then she got to y'all, and we was like, she got to Bosma. Oh my God, y'all, I found out about Bard, and it's just so cool. And I was like, you knew about that already. I'm gonna punch you when I see you. I'm going to punch you because I said. But sometimes I think it's just that.
Sometimes though, I feel like, especially in PLK, it was never like suggestions. It was like, do this, because if you do the opposite of what I'm telling you, it ain't gonna work out for you. That's how that comes off sometimes, and I don't think you or anybody else would get what I'm saying. Like, you're not gonna force me into getting a credit card. I don't want it. You're not gonna force me into getting barred if I don't want it. Like, that's what y'all didn't get at that time. You can't force someone to do something because you're like, this is the better option. That's like, if I say, oh, I drink water all day. Well, I drink juice. Well, okay, well, I drink juice sometimes here and there, but you gotta drink juice all the time and it's like, no, you're not gonna tell me what you want. Yeah. So like, sometimes it may come off as I'm just trying to help my friend, but other times it come off like, bitch, if you don't do this, like, you're stupid. Like, that's how it be coming off. So of course I'm gonna be defensive. I'm gonna shut down. I don't want to talk about it no more, because it's like, you're not giving me suggestions at this point. At this point, you're trying to beat me over the head with information, and it's like, I got what you said. I understood what you said.
But it'd be like, why not do it this way? Why not just save all the hassle and the heartache of not doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, why not do that? That'd be the thing. It's like for instance, when we went to, I think a better example would be this right here. When we were all talking about Florida, right? When we were planning a trip to Florida to go to Disney and have a good time and whatnot. We were all saying like, you need to get a good pair of walking shoes because we're going to be doing a lot of walking. And you bought Crocs. Everybody was like, you clearly didn't listen to what we were saying. Because you went and you bought Crocs. And then not only that, but it's like you got blisters on your feet. And now it's impaired, like cut your entire trip short. We already weren't getting you for the duration of the trip anyways, because you wanted to go back and be back at Bosma early so that you can not miss so many days. And it was just like, okay, you all that could have been avoided had you just did what we were all saying. Had you just followed, like, I guess the instructions that everybody was saying to everybody, and just bought a decent pair of shoes. And you were like, well, these Crocs were only like $10. They were only, it's just like, for $20 or $30, you could have got a decent pair of Skechers or some Converse, something to where you could still walk and your feet would be just fine. I think that may be a better example, because it was just like, why would you do that? It's like you could have saved yourself a lot of pain by just not doing that.
Once again, I think it goes back to, if somebody tells me to do something and they like to do this, I'm gonna go the opposite way. I think that's just, I don't know, I guess that's just who I am. Like, I don't like people really telling me what to do for real. Like, I think no one understands that, because if you tell me to do one thing, I mean, you keep telling me, I'm gonna do the opposite.
But it wasn't even like,
it's at my detriment. That's just how, I guess I'm hard-headed.
But that's another thing that I don't like in friends. Like,
hold on, wait.
I get, Cause I no, but listen,
It's
cause I can be
coming to
hard
more,
too.
but
So like I'm just saying, like that's thing too, is like I'm not telling you this because it's wrong. I would never give you wrong advice. Not intentionally anyways. You know what I'm saying? So when we're like, wear walking shoes, we're gonna do a lot of walking, and you know what I'm saying? It's not you need to do, it's like it's like, hey, you really need, I mean, it kind of was like it was a need. Like, we're not gonna, you probably should, no, you need to be wearing some comfortable shoes so that you can walk, throughout Disney without any issues. And it's kind of like, why didn't you do it? I was really upset. I was mad at that too, because I'm like, damn, I already didn't get to see you, so now I can't see you for real because you can't walk. And then it's like, I don't know. I think that's just the thing. But in looking at it from another perspective, I can understand how when certain things are being said, how it comes off as like you're trying to make me do something. Because sometimes it can get that way with you as well. Sometimes, like, you may say, that's why you need to get this and you should get that. And it's like, I don't want to buy that. I can buy this instead, and I'm just gonna stick to what I have, and I'm just gonna do like it. I totally get that. I think what it is like sometimes tone can play a part in it, and also just realizing when it's like, hey, okay, she don't want to do XYZ, or she don't want to do that, so we'll just leave it as it is. You can always say, well, in that case you change your mind, I'm always here for information on XYZ, blah 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand that, like, you would never intentionally try to misguide your friend or tell her wrong advice, but sometimes it's like all you can do is give the advice. They can take it or leave it, and that's all that is to it. I be feeling like I just be wanting people to be like, oh my god, just try it, and it's like, bitch, no. I said no. I fucking said no.
all right. Number 10, the last one. Do you normally follow your heart or your head?
Ooh.
I would say for me, I follow my own head, child. Like, I don't do a lot of things out of my heart. The only person I really do that for is the ones that's close to it. But yeah, I follow my head. I be thinking deeply into things that I do. Or not.
I mean, I don't know, because I feel like if you think too much into something, you can talk yourself out of it, out of doing something, especially if you know in your heart it's the right thing to do or that you want to do it. Mm-hmm. For me though, I think sometimes I might follow my heart, and it may be to a fault, because it's like, I know in your heart you may feel this way, but let's be logical here. You know what I'm saying? This probably ain't the best idea or the best choice or whatever. Excuse me. And I try not to follow my head too much too, because I'm the type of person where if I think about doing something, like, I can talk myself out of it. I can think myself out of doing it. Nope, you don't want to do that. That ain't even that important. And then it won't get done. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. Maybe both at times.
I would say definitely both for me. But I'm an overthinker, so like it's easy for me to be like, yep, nope, that's gonna bring my anxiety up. I'm not gonna do that. That's gonna stress me out. I'm not gonna do that. Like I would quickly tell myself that. So I would say
I think sometimes I be in my head a lot too, like, especially when I feel like I be overthinking stuff. And I probably don't. And like, I'll bring to some, I'm like, I'll tell somebody, I don't know if I'm overthinking it, or if I'm just right on the money, and I'll go to other people and ask them questions just so that I don't get too much into my head and be like, okay, we're going to, and it's like, okay, now you just made a very big decision and it probably didn't need to be based off of that. So I'll go and ask other people like, hey, I don't know if I'm overthinking it or not, but yada, yada, yada. And it's like, no, more than likely you're not overthinking it. That's more than likely what it is. So I try to balance it out and do both. But I think sometimes I like to, I don't know. I think sometimes I may lean more towards following my heart.
Yeah.
I don't know, child.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. But y'all, that is all the questions that we have today. Thank y'all so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button. Thank y'all for getting us to 100 subscribers.
Appreciate you. Y'all like us a lot. Be sure to, like she said, hit the subscribe button. And I think we're gonna do a weekly wrap up tomorrow, or sometime this week. I think
That'll probably like Friday.
Y'all will get the notification. You'll know if you're subscribed to us. You'll see our thing, our weekly. You'll know shit. You will know. So yeah, thank y'all for getting us to a little over 100 subscribers. Keep hitting the subscribe button, press the bell so you can get all our notifications. Like this video, leave us some comments. And that's pretty much it. That's all I got. I ain't got shit else.
All right.
Thank you for watching the Two Real Chicks podcast. If you liked what you saw, subscribe to our channel and press the bell so that you don't miss a single upload. We're always interested in hearing what you think, so be sure to leave your comments and thoughts on this week's episode in the comments below. We'll see you next time.